This is Morris the Moo Cow and his Barnyard Buddies, written by Paul Cook and read for you by Alan T. Morris the Moo Cow and his Barnyard Buddies. Chapter 1. Morris the Moo Cow arrives at the farm. Morris the Moo Cow arrived at the farm on a hot summer day, riding in a cattle car all the way from a farm far, far away. As he stepped off the car, he looked around and saw a bustling barnyard filled with all sorts of animals. There was Farmer Fred, who everyone called Farmer Meanbean, because he was always so grumpy and smelled of dirt and old cigarettes. There was Snuffles the Pig, Henrietta the Chicken, Dolly the Sheep, and Duke, the wise old Rooster. Morris was a bit intimidated by all the new faces, but he was determined to make the best of it. He walked up to Farmer Meanbean and introduced himself, but the farmer just grumbled and walked away. Morris shrugged and turned to the other animals. He saw Duke eyeing him from across the barnyard and knew that he would have to be careful around the old rooster. Duke was the leader of the barnyard, and Morris knew that he would have to work hard to earn his respect and approval. Snuffles the Pig was a playful and energetic animal, always running around and causing mischief. Henrietta the Chicken was a bit of a drama queen, always clucking and fussing about something. Dolly the Sheep was a sweet and gentle creature, always happy to snuggle up for a good belly rub. And Duke the Rooster was the wise old leader of the barnyard, respected by all the animals for his years of experience and his fair and just rule. As the days passed, Morris tried his best to fit in with his new barnyard buddies. He helped Snuffles dig up some tasty truffles, listened patiently as Henrietta told him all about her latest egg-cellent adventures, and played tag with Dolly until they were both out of breath. But despite his best efforts, Morris just couldn't seem to win Duke over. The old rooster seemed to have a grudge against him, and no matter what Morris did, he couldn't shake the feeling that Duke was secretly plotting against him. One day, Farmer Meanbean came to the barnyard with a big problem. All the animals overheard Farmer Meanbean talking about the farm's old tractor had broken down, and they needed a new one right away. Morris knew that he wouldn't be able to afford a new tractor on his own, so he called a meeting of all the barnyard animals. Together, they came up with a plan to raise money by having a bake sale and a car wash. Morris and his barnyard buddies worked hard to make the bake sale and the car wash a success. They baked cookies and cakes, washed cars and tractors until they shone, and even put on a little show for the children who came to visit. And thanks to their hard work and determination, they were able to raise enough money to buy a new tractor. When Farmer Meanbean found out what they had done, he was amazed. He had never seen the animals work so hard before, and he was grateful for their help. He even managed to say thank you, without grumbling or scowling. Morris was thrilled to have finally won Farmer Meanbean's approval, and he knew that it was all thanks to the help of his barnyard buddies. But despite their success, Morris couldn't shake the feeling that Duke was still secretly plotting against him. The old rooster seemed to resent Morris's leadership, and Morris knew that he would have to keep working hard to prove himself worthy of the barnyard's respect. Still, Morris was determined to be a good leader, and he decided to focus on building strong relationships with all the animals in the barnyard. He spent extra time with Snuffles, playing hide and seek and chasing butterflies. He listened patiently to Henrietta's stories and helped her gather eggs. He played tag with Dolly and taught her how to do a little jig. And he worked alongside Duke, helping him with his chores and learning from his wisdom, though Morris just could not feel any appreciation from Duke. One day, Morris decided to confront Duke about their strained relationship. He walked up to the old rooster and asked him directly why he was always so cold and distant. Duke looked at Morris for a moment, then sighed and shook his head. "It's not you, Morris," he said. "It's just that I've been the leader of this barnyard for a long time, and it's hard to give up that role. But I can see now that you are a worthy leader, and I respect you for that." Morris was surprised by Duke's honesty, and he felt a sudden rush of gratitude towards the old rooster. He apologized for any misunderstandings between them and offered his friendship. Duke hesitated for a moment,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?